Hey guys, Ashley Cheeks here. Today we're going to talk about the one thing you should never tell an investor when you first meet them. When you're looking to pitch your idea and hopefully get somebody that invests in your business or your idea, you want to make sure that you are leaving yourself room for negotiation. Offering everything that you're willing to offer in the very first conversation is a very, very bad thing. In business, there is a natural course of action where you negotiate. And that's more than just business, that's human nature. If somebody says, I'll give you this one thing, you're going to look and say, well, is there any way that I can get two things? You're always going to ask for a little bit more. And in business, that is par for the course. So if you say, I'm going to give this investor 30% equity, and that's like my rock bottom, I don't want to give them any more than that because, me and my husband want to keep majority ownership and we each want to have a decent share, fine. Don't go to the investor and say, hey, we're willing to give you 30% of the business, because that investor might look for an opportunity to get more than just 30%. You go in with some room to wiggle around. So if you know that your absolute maximum is 30% and you refuse to go higher than that, then start at 20% or start at a point where you can actually offer them something, because what they're not going to appreciate is if you say, hey, I'm going to give you 30%, and they say, can I have a little bit more? And you go, no, that's like it. I'm not willing to work with you or negotiate with you or come to a deal that's mutually beneficial, and you're going to be seen as hard to work with. So give yourself an opportunity to say, yeah, you know what, let's talk about what it could take to get to 30%. I'm going to originally offer you 20%, but if you're willing to make some connections for the business in, manufacturing or wherever you might have a gap in your business, that investor can earn that other 10%, gives you some negotiating room, some wiggle space, and that way you're not cornering yourself too early on. If you're afraid to go lower, I want you to remember that this is not a one-way street. You're not at the feet of this investor begging them to invest in your idea, because money is everywhere. I know it doesn't feel like that all the time, but if this investor doesn't feel like your 20%/30% is okay, don't feel like you have to make it okay for that investor, except that your investor is not this person. This person is not a good fit for the deal that you're ready to do. So make sure that you keep the power that you own in your situation. Even if the other person's a billionaire, that doesn't mean that they can dictate how your business and your business idea is going to move forward. And you need to keep control of what is appropriate to stay in control of when it comes to negotiating on behalf of your business.